Welcome to another edition of Survival Mode, where we give entrepreneurs a step-by-step roadmap to starting their own business. I'm Bert Robinson.
I'm Kevin Beers.
I'm Michael Grant Jr.
You can reach us by email at hello@survivalmode.live or check out our website at www.survivalmode.live. Let's get to it. Welcome back to another edition of Survival Mode. We're in step number 8. We've already talked about planning. Now we need to prepare. This is, we talk about the 3 P's: planning, prepare, and position. If you don't prepare well in the beginning, even in step number 1 all the way to now, you're planning and you're preparing and you're positioning in each step. Let me just say that. You're doing that in each step that we're talking about. Step number 8, this is when it's really getting important to make sure that you prepare for the coming soon campaign. This is the research and development stage to identify the feasibility, the cost, the labor, the technology, all of that's necessary to properly establish that campaign. Now, Kevin wants to make sure that if you have to do sound, if you have to do website, you have to do all those different things. If you have to do QR codes. Kevin's going to have a story for that one. We always talk about it because it is so important. Everything is important. Now, let me see. Michael, I'm going to tell you what he's worried about. Michael's worried about if we got the face, if we're able to pay for all of this stuff, if the cost is going to be there, what labor that we have to deal with. Okay. I'm going to be concerned about from the customer's vantage point. We have to look at what they're looking at. See, we all look at it at different angles. Okay. And we leverage each other to build something cohesive for you. So let's get to the technology stage, because I love hearing the story. The software that you're using, Kevin, all the different quotes, okay, that you're using for your marketing, and go ahead and just tell your take on it.
Well, the part of the preparation for me, from the technology point of view, is you got to test everything. You got to make sure everything works. Your customers and your future customers and future clients is what I should say. If they see a mistake, they can forgive you. If they see 2 mistakes, they might forgive you, but they're going to have thoughts about that. If they see 3 mistakes, they might just write you off at that point. If you can't do a simple coming soon campaign without all these glitches, maybe you're not someone they want to do business with. So glitches. You need, it's a very technical word. I'm sure you don't. But no, you have to make sure you pull this off. You can have problems, but they have to, it's one of those, it has to be a problem like, you couldn't see that one coming. I actually went to, it wasn't a coming soon campaign necessarily, but it was an event, and the electricity went off. I mean, you have no control over that. That will not count against you. Now, what you have to see, though, is that you basically, it's like, okay, how did you recover from that? That can be impressive. So if you have everything prepared and ready to go, if something goes wrong, you're better prepared to deal with the problem. So I was at another event where the sound didn't work. Well, someone stepped up and said, okay, we got to inform everybody because this was a live stream type thing. It was partially live stream, partially with public there. Okay, sound isn't working. So what we do is we inform those that are on the live stream, hey, we're having problems with getting the live stream on the air. So we're going to, we will keep you informed as we go. I don't know what, because I wasn't involved in that part, but they made sure that everybody who was out there waiting for the event to happen always knew what was going on. And that helped cover over the fact that putting the live stream together was a poorly planned project. I was actually involved in it. So that's how I know all that. I was actually pulled in to make it work with not enough time to make it work, that sort of thing. But anyway, uh, it the QR code. I'll just throw that story in here right now. I went to a charity event, and there was a QR code on I guess everybody's program. It's like, hey, if you scan this, you can give online. And I'm like, hey, this is a great event. I'm going to give something online. I go to scan the QR code, and I see from the QR code that QR code was never tested because it didn't go anywhere. It was just a bunch of words. It didn't go anywhere. So they made an excuse about, oh, the QR code apparently, or the site isn't working. Here's a different way of getting there. For me, they didn't cover it over because I knew what was going on, but it wasn't tested. It was obvious it wasn't tested because it didn't work at all. It never was going to work. That's why I talk about the testing all the time. Anyway, I've been talking for a long time. I'll let you guys in.
Oh, well, we appreciate that. You're so kind.
It
Now,
was good.
Michael,
It was good stuff.
no, and seriously, and those are it may seem small, but first impressions are everything. That's why you test. All right. Speaking about tests, before I fail the test by not telling you what you need to know, hey, you can check out our website at www.survivalmode.live, or you can email us at hello@survivalmode.live. Now, more testing? Well, I've got some more. I'm going to test Michael on his thought processes with the making the feasibility, the cost, the labor. That's his area. Talk to me. Talk to me, Michael.
Yeah. So this is the stage and the point where you you came up with a plan. Now you have to vet the plan and make sure that the plan makes sense, that it works, that you are capable, that you are. This is the stage where you have to verify and that you are truly capable of carrying out this campaign. Okay, whatever plan you've put in place, you got to make sure that you can pay for everything, make sure that the staffing is there, making sure the education, the information, the insight, the intelligence, everything that is necessary in order for you to actually carry out this campaign as it should, that needs to be identified and put in place. Okay, so this is where you vet the campaign, coming soon campaign plan. This is the stage where you vet it.
Okay, that's what I was hoping you were going to say vet, because we got to make sure that we can do this. We got to make sure that we got to identify everything in detail that will be necessary for our campaign to function and flow properly. Wait a minute. That's our operational. Oh, that was in another step before. Oh, we're testing our operation. We're testing our operational structure right there. Wow. Man, that's part of the steps. Oh, I love this. I love this. Um, One thing that we all have to remember. This is it's we can't assume anything. We can't assume that everything is going to work. Okay, just like Kevin always, he's test it first. Got to make sure. I remember Kevin. We're getting ready for the for doing the. We were getting ready to go on live, and Kevin wanted to test it. Guess what? Didn't work when we were testing it. We only had 10 minutes before we went live on the air. We figured it out like 30 seconds before we went live. It's crazy. Sometimes things in software don't work. You have to have a backup. Michael.
I want to add to that. Kevin mentioned it earlier and you touched on it. If you have a problem, how you problem solve and how you find the solution, a solution, another solution for that, that will even lock in people. When people see that, oh my gosh, they took this problem, and granted, it can't be a problem that's so obvious that you created.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it has to be a problem that, you know what, we didn't plan for this, but guess what? We're going to address it and we're going to handle it. And that will bring in people because they're going to say, listen, if you can solve problems like this, then you probably are the real deal. You probably can really do what you say you can do. So I just want to throw that out there because that's important to always be a problem solver. But the first thing to do is you trust, but you verify and you validate that things are in place. You can't leave, and this is business. You never leave things to chance. This is your future. This is your legacy. A business is one of the only platforms that can expand and go way beyond your life living. You got businesses that have lasted 100+ years in America. Well, guess what? It's because somebody did something right. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
so look at
I
it from the
love it.
long haul. Try to get everything right in the beginning. That's simple. It ain't,
And that's where the planning and the preparation comes into effect. You have to do this. I think the preparation, we all know preparation is a lot of work. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of back and forth because when you have a problem, you are there to fix that problem most expeditiously.
yeah, I was going to add too. The preparation stage is more work than the planning stage because you got to make sure that the plan can work. So when you said that, it just hit me like, yes, people got to realize this is when you go through all of the stuff, and it's not just about your plan, it's about the stuff that you're going to use to carry out the plan, the technology, the people, the resources, the location, all that stuff. Insurances, if you're going to use a venue, yeah, all that stuff needs to be put in place.
Okay, Michael, calm down. Calm down. I know you're excited. Oh my goodness. See, you get like that. You and Kevin, I tell you, you guys are excited. Oh my goodness. Hey, you can reach us at www.survivalmode.live. You can email us at hello@survivalmode.live as well. So I'm gonna tone these guys down just a little bit before we get into positioning. So don't worry, I'll get them straight. We'll be right back in just a few minutes talking more about positioning for your campaign, for your coming soon campaign. We'll be right back in just a few.